Hey, Ariana here from Scale and Simplify. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a funnel really quickly and easily using the campaigns feature in Kartra. Now, if you're newer to Kartra, I just want to explain what campaigns is. It is essentially a bundle of assets being your pages, products, tags, and so on. So what you can do is you can create separate assets and that will become your funnel. You're going to connect your pages and all of that. You can then bundle them up into campaigns and then either replicate it for yourself, you can share it with other people, and so on. So that's one sort of feature of what Kartra calls campaigns. If you go under campaigns and marketplace, you can see the templates where people have done that. Okay, now the other thing that you can use it for is if you go under My Campaigns and start a new campaign, which is what I'll show you now, is kind of accelerate how quickly you can get a funnel up and running because it's going to allow you to use a template of the entire funnel. So again, you can go to a marketplace, find a free one or a paid one that aligns with what you're looking for, or you can come in here and start a new campaign and work through it that way as well. You always have the option of just going through like separately creating a page and creating a tag and so on. It will still have the same functionality. This is just a way to sort of in one click import and start creating multiple assets all at the same time. All right, so let's move my head out of the way. Again, I'm under campaigns and then My Campaigns over here on the left-hand side. And the first thing that you're going to do is click on the plus campaign button in the top right-hand corner. Okay, so on the screen now we have different options. At the bottom, you can build from scratch as well. This is not what we're going to be going through. So you're going to pick one that is most aligned to what it is that you do. So I'm going to do coaching services. And on the left-hand side, we're just going to put in our name of the campaign. This is just, it says the name will be public. This is if you make the campaign public. So if you want to then go ahead and sell this campaign to others or share it with others without charging them for it, that part will be public. But at the end of this, we will not make ours public. You can keep it just for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to click next. And it's going to take a minute while it creates the assets. And when it does that, you're going to see there's a couple pages that are made, some tags, lists, a product, and so on. And so this is just kind of a faster way to create some of those core things, especially if you're just getting started and you're not really sure where to start within Kartra. Instead of going to pages and creating that and going through all of the other things, I find that this helps to kind of wrap your head around what are the elements within a website or a funnel. Okay, so again, we can see here there's you can click to preview. There's this page that's been created and imported for us, the thank you page, a product, a calendar, a membership, lists, and tags. There are some videos from Kartra directly as well that you can go through and watch. And so you're going to go through these step by step. So you're creating your coaching program funnel. You're going to go through and you want to first update your page. So you're going to click to edit it and it will take you right into the builder. And then you can go in and swap the text, change the photos, delete sections, so on and so forth. I've got a separate video that walks you through kind of tips and tricks of using the actual page builder. So I don't want to go into too much detail on that, but you will be able to go in and swap out any of the text. As you hover over things, you'll see what you're able to do. And so this is a great jumping off point. Again, if you don't know where to start and you're kind of stuck looking at a blank screen, these templates are, they include sort of the standard sections that you're mostly going to have on some sort of landing page, home page of your website, or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to click to return to dashboard. Well, actually, publish live is what you would do once you're done making your changes. And then you'll be able to edit your link to whatever you want the slug of the URL to be. If you have a domain integrated, you can switch it to that as well. I'm not going to change this one. To integrate your domain, again, I have a separate video on that, so we won't go into that. Something that is important to change in here is the title of the actual page. So in addition to the content on the page that you're changing, make sure you go over to settings here on the left-hand side, SEO parameters, and change this title. So this is what's going to show up for people in the tab of their browser when they have this page open. So you just want to go through things here, not just for SEO purposes, but just so that you can control what people see. Change these things, you can load an image and so on. Okay, so now we're going to get out of here. So, now you've edited that, you have your landing page, and it actually just took me back to all my pages. So we're going to navigate back to my campaigns. And go back into view assets. Okay, and then now we have the thank you page. So we're going to go through the same process, click to edit it, save it, publish it, change the link, and now we've got our core pages within the funnel. Okay, now we want to go into the campaign. Okay, and now we want to see, so we've gone through the 2 pages, and we want to make sure that we go through all of the other things and customize it for ourselves. So I'm going to view the assets again and go to the tags. So these are the 2 tags that have been created. You can delete them, you can edit them if you wish. For this particular campaign or funnel, they're not connected to anything other than the product. And so you just want to make sure that all of that matches with the wording that you use. You can add a category to it and so on. Okay, so we've also got a list that was created. If you have a list already and you want to just delete this one, you can do that. If you want to rename it, you can do that as well. Very common question that I get is about lists and tags and how best to organize them. And I have an entire video and training on that, so you can find that on my channel as well. Okay, so pages we've been through. Let's go into view the product that was created. Okay, so it is telling us that it is unpublished because we have not yet done anything in it. You can just click on the title and it'll take you right into the settings there. Okay, so you're going to be able to go through all of these sections. You're going to change the name of it. You can change the image there. Your payment processor, you will want to go in and select whichever one you have integrated. Okay, and now this will actually take payment. You're going to set your pricing. Make sure that if you do not have a refund policy, that you pop in here and put no refund or change the refund period. This will show up for people in different variations of your checkout form, essentially. Here you want to just confirm that this is the product page. So what it has selected is that first page that was pulled in with the campaign, and then the thank you page, that is the second page that was pulled into the campaign. So it's already connected. You don't need to do anything there unless you want to change it for some reason. Checkout, this is just the look and feel of the checkout page. And we can see here the abandoned cart tag that was created as part of the campaign has been applied here. So this just means that when somebody lands and starts to fill out that form on the checkout page, if they don't actually go all the way through and make the purchase, they're going to get this tag applied. Nothing happens at that point. You would need to create a separate automation to actually trigger email or anything going out to them, but the tag is applied, so you have that data that you're collecting about the contact. it's added them to that you created. So if, let's say this one is called customers, I already have a list that's called customers. So you want to either switch it to that one if you deleted the other one to have it align with the way that you organize things in your account. And then it has tagged them with this tag called customers, which again, if you go under the tags, you will be able to change that. Changing a tag name will not make any impact on the actual automation of it and it being applied. So let me just I'll navigate over to the tags. So here in the tags, if you click here, you can say coaching purchase, edit. Okay, now just the wording is changed and it would update in here if I refresh this. And so it's still connected, even though you can tweak the wording as many times as you'd like. Okay, and then we see here it's already connected to the membership that was created. So these are the little things that just speed up the process of setting everything up because it is all connected already. There's no affiliates linked here, and then this is the link for the product. You'll see that this is also linked on the buttons of the actual page, the first page for that within that funnel. All right, so I am going to go over back to my campaigns and just double check to see what else I have and have not been through. Okay, so we've been through the tags, lists, products, pages. Now I'm going to go and see what membership it created. And all of these things you can also access right within the navigation on the left-hand side in Kartra. So next time you're looking for that page, you're going to go to pages. The membership we can see here, it's under memberships. Again, you can click to go into edit it. And go through all of the settings. Again, I've got separate videos on how to, create a membership that works really well for your users. You're going to be able to go through the settings here. Contents, you would click to launch the builder. I'll come back to that in a second. Just go through all of these settings and make sure everything is set up the way that you intended to be set up. This has even a welcome email, so you've got sort of the structure there and you can swap it out for your own information. Okay, and then if we go into contents and launch the builder, we've got some really great placeholder content here. Again, you can go in and change your colors and so on by following another tutorial, but there's, modules and lessons and placeholders for titles and different types of content in there. So that will help speed things along as well. All right, and then now that we've gone through the membership, your final step is going to be going to the calendar and then integrating that into your system. So we can, again, click to edit it. Okay, and then you would need to follow steps on how to create a calendar and replace all of this information. All right, now as the last stage here, I just want to show you sort of how this will look from the front end for the user. And again, this is one way of doing it. Sometimes it actually, for some people and some learning styles, it makes it more confusing when you're not building it from the ground up. But if you work better by having a jumping off point and kind of going through all of the things and knowing that they're all already connected, then this is a great way. Okay, so if we hit to preview that first page, start learning today. Okay, that just takes us to a different part of the page. Okay, enroll now. So this is already, like, you don't have to do anything with the button. This is already connected to the product that was pulled in as part of that campaign. Okay, so little things like make it easier. I'm trying to see if there's a link to the calendar already. Okay, so if you go to exit, there's a pop-up here. If you go to exit the page, there's an exit intent pop-up, and then that already is integrated. The button takes you to the calendar. Again, the same one that was imported as part of that campaign. So it helps to know that everything is connected. And you're starting off, benefit as I see it, is you're starting off with a fairly simple funnel that's going to get you some of those core pages until you're ready to build out further and utilize some of the other features. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope that it was helpful. If you would like to get started with Kartra, if you're not a user yet, there's a link below to sign up. If you would like any help with actually building out your funnels and your memberships, you can book a free consultation call with me, and my team can help you out with that. That is all linked below. And again, check out the rest of my channel and other tutorials that you can follow along with. Till next time.